JF Stretford Paddock, that's Stephen Howson. We're live. This is the Brew. Fallen off a bit on the Brew lately. We've been talking a lot of modern football.
Well, I think we've gone for a real select group of guests today to ensure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, i.e. me and him. So we're going to stop that. We will be having a little bit of a look back though, because we've been out on a date today, haven't we, son?
We have.
A bit of a day date, me and Stephen. It's just what we do. Went and watched some film called Saipan.
Two things.
Go on.
Didn't know Saipan wasn't in Japan.
No, I didn't. That was a revelation to both of us when we got there, when we watched it. And what's the second thing?
Fucking class.
It was class. It was really, wasn't it? It was very, very good.
Absolutely.
And you know what,
delivered.
Right? We needed that. Because me and Steve and Joe Smith was with us. We got dead excited about Gladiator 2. We got dressed up. Well, we didn't get dressed up to watch it. We went and watched it. We got, ready to get dressed up and all that. And it was massively underwhelming. But Saipan sort of lived up to the expectations, didn't it? Good acting in it. Who's the lad that plays Roy Keane in it? I keep forgetting his name. Let me have a look. I will find it. Anyway, he was very good. As you play FEAR by Ian Brown. I don't know how you pronounce it. Iana Hardwick, is that how you say it?
Probably Ian.
Right, sorry. Yeah.
By the way, I love Irish names.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
okay.
What's that? Meg.
Stick a couple of B's in there next to it, it'll be right. Yeah, he was very good, Ian Hardwick. Who played Roy Keane. Doesn't look like Roy Keane, but he had the mannerisms down to a T. Steve Coogan, who's like the go-to guy in here if you want someone to play.
Anyone.
Middle-aged white guy from history. He's that guy and he was as reliable as ever. But it was really good. We were chatting because me and producer Harry were talking about it, and he said it's got a high mark on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's 92%, which is good. Not all the reviews have been great though. But I think if you're a Red and you like Roy Keane and you're interested in what went down during that sort of World Cup build-up, it's well worth watching it. Because it's weird because you said it to me halfway, like 2/3 of the way through the film, you're like, everything looks like it's all right here. Like,
yeah, there's been a blow up.
Yeah.
It looks like it's reconciled. Yeah. I actually didn't know that there was a team meeting in which it all blew up, which Jay goes, there was a team meeting. And I was like, that feels like about 90 seconds away then. And it was about that.
Yeah, it was. Literally goes, the gaffer's called a team meeting, and then you're like, right, here we go. And like me and you, obviously, we talk about Rocky IV, we love films like it felt like it was building up to that. It's like a Rocky film builds up to the fight.
It's mad to think
it was building up to that.
As I'm sitting there watching it, I'm thinking it's not the first incident in football that you would think to make a 90-minute feature film on.
No,
because it's a big deal, and I guess if you're Irish, it's an enormous deal.
Right.
But in terms of like, it's a manager falling out with a player, and him going home. It ain't like the most Hollywood of incidents.
No,
doesn't look like anyone threw a punch. Like it was literally just a bit of a barney, and then that's that. Like,
yeah.
But it is very Roy Keane, and there's surely no spoilers here, but there's.
Go on, you're all right.
When he does blow up in the team meeting,
yeah.
I've met Roy Keane, but I've certainly never had an argument with him. I felt like that was blow for blow, word for word, dig for dig, growl for growl, exactly how it went down.
Yeah, it felt very authentic. I've read and watched. I was watching when we got back. I watched a couple of interviews. I think Packy Bonner, who was the goalkeeping coach, one of the coaches there. Jason McAteer spoken about it. Clinton Morrison spoken about it. There's quite a lot of people on YouTube like who've done interviews who've spoken about it, and they all sort of say different parts of it. You go, yeah. So he'll say, he said that to Mick McCarthy, and he said that, and he said that, and you think, yeah. And it's basically Roy Keane.
Also, you could, like, because he nails the mannerisms so well. He's a cork lad in this. So, like, there's probably a few things that only a cork bloke would get or know. He nails Roy Keane's mannerisms, his pauses.
You said it, didn't you? The way even when he just sort of sat there with his mouth sort of half open, it just looks the way that Roy Keane does that kind of.
Yeah, like he doesn't look like Roy Keane, but he really embodies Roy Keane. Yeah, like he carries himself, and it's just his mannerisms and the way he acts, and like even some of the stuff like when Mick McCarthy rings him up to ask him if he'll come back, and he's like, "It's Mick, Mick McCarthy." And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And you just think, I can 100% like just buy that. Like, just sometimes you go, I don't think Muhammad Ali was really like that.
Yeah.
But like, you go, oh my God, that's Roy Keane.
I liked as well, for some of the film, you see Roy Keane like at home with his wife, like having a bit of a laugh and that. Like, it's not all this one-dimensional angry man who's just angry with the world. I know Roy Keane's obviously got a massive issue, but he is a family man. He has, you know what I mean? He's got a nice side to him at home or whatever. So it sort of shows you that bit. The Fergie bit as well is elite in it. Like, there's a bit with Fergie on the phone. There's two bits.
By the way, I can 100% buy all of that as well.
Yeah.
No
like,
notes.
No.
Just like, that I believe that happened exactly the way you're saying it.
Because sometimes you watch it and you think, all right, they've altered stuff here or they've changed it drastically because it's, to make it more entertaining. But
today's obviously the 6th of February. It's the anniversary of Munich. But like that film, United, there feels like there's a few caricatures of both players, Jimmy Murphy and Matt Busby.
Is that the one with
David Tennant?
Yeah, that's really... I enjoyed that.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
But there's some bits in it where you go, I feel like this has been hammed up. Aspects of things have been hammed up here a little bit.
Yeah.
To accentuate or to tell a story or to whatever.
Yeah, or let's pour these different people into this one character. Or let's make this person say something that sums up how everyone's feeling at that time. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. I get that. But it wasn't. It didn't feel like that today, did it?
It was good. It was good, yeah. And like the bloke who plays Roy Keane, he smashed it.
He did. Because it's weird. Because like,
it's got to be hard playing someone like. This is only 24 years ago.
I know. And like, Keane's obviously very prominent in the media, and he's also an icon and a legend in Ireland.
Keane's had nothing to do with this, has he?
I don't think he has. No, I don't think there's no. From what I gather. He's not involved at all, and he's sort of left it alone. And you can imagine he doesn't really want to get involved. He says there's some people push back on it. Tony Cascarino has acknowledged it's not a completely accurate representation of either man, and McCarthy was far tougher than depicted, and never criticised Keane for not being Irish. Well, he couldn't because Roy Keane is Irish. And he says that the idea that Saipan trip was a massive jolly for the players is also exaggerated, with professional standards risen within the team by 2002 from the early 1990s. Because Roy Keane...
Exaggerated, not wrong.
Yeah.
That's an important
I could understand the thing was, in it does very much feel like Mick McCarthy is a bit of a victim in it. Like, he's more or less getting bullied, isn't it, off Keane and the Irish FA. Like, Keane's just not having him at all. He's not having.
That don't feel like incorrect though.
It doesn't. I just wonder, was there a bit more to Mick McCarthy than that? Like,
I mean, surely,
because he is mega soft in it, and then eventually he only sort of grows a set right near the end, and even then it's a bit like, what's this interview you've given? Do you know what I mean? Which is probably how it went down.
There's a couple of moments, isn't there, when he walks off from him in the hotel room. Pretty on it as well.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, it's never going to be 100% accurate, but you get the gist of it. It feels right. It feels true. And for me and you were chatting, and I remember at the time, there was quite a lot of newspaper reports on what was said in that meeting, and I remember some of the lines in it with what we heard in the film. I remember they sort of resonated because they're quite funny, and it's like, right, he said that to the manager. And you do, even though I'm like proper team Roy Keane, you do to a certain degree, I did anyway, sympathise with Mick McCarthy a little bit, because it is basically a guy saying, your captain telling you he doesn't rate you as a manager.
And a man.
And
a player.
And a player.
Which by the way, he definitely said.
Of course he did.
And he definitely called him an English see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, of course he did. Like, I mean, because Clinton Morrison did a funny one where he said, Clinton Morrison was talking about it once, I think it was on Talk Sports, because he's on there quite a lot, and he said, they said to him, you were there, weren't you, in Saipan, like, when it all popped off? And he's like, yeah, I was in the meeting. He said it lasted about 10 minutes, the Roy Keane tirade. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't that long in the film. Maybe it was, or he's just exaggerating. But he said...
I can see him having 10 minutes of material.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I think, yeah. And he said, and at one point, Roy Keane said, you're not even Irish, you're English. And started having to go back being English. And Clinton Morrison says, and me and a load of the English lads are like, sticking our heads down. The lads who are like born in England, or, do you know what I mean, like Clinton Morrison. Because a lot of the Irish squad had Irish parents or grandparents, didn't they? That's sort of...
That was the
Jack Charlton onwards.
Yeah.
He did that, where he'd look for players that had Irish ancestry. Now loads of teams do it, and it's, it's kind of, you see it across load like Jamaica and other teams do it as well with parenting or when your grandparents from that country. But Jack Charlton was the first one, or one of the first ones to really get onto it, wasn't he? When FIFA sort of, not changed the rules, but made it so you could do that. He started getting players from the English league who were English basically, like John Aldridge, he's a Scouser, but with Irish grandparents or parents or whatever.
There's a line in there where with what's just recently happened with Carrick's wife, that in the film when they're arguing, and he was like, you was there when I was on a trial at 16 and you're laughing, and you're like, I feel like he probably said that as well, because like he holds a grudge with both hands.
He does, doesn't he? And it's like that. The thing with Keane, it's like, you talk about Wayne Rooney, people say Wayne Rooney had been a bit more dedicated like Ronaldo. He could have had that sort of career. You think, but you can't change Wayne Rooney. What he was what made him great. Like, he was that street footballer who, was playing out on the street after he made his Premier League debut, who liked getting on it every weekend. That made him the type of player he is. You can't take that away from him and change him, because you might lose something from him. And I feel like that's the way with Keane. He's so narrow-minded and dedicated and just, like, obsessive and determined and, but that self-belief as well. I'm right, you're wrong, this is how it should be, these are the standards. That's what that's what made him a fantastic player. Because as well with Roy Keane, he was an amazingly gifted player. And I think that gets downplayed. People act like he's a
people just paint him like he was just like Vinnie Jones or something
no,
like
he
that.
wasn't.
Like, no.
He was amazingly talented. But one of the things that elevated him, because there's probably midfielders that are a similar ilk of Roy Keane who never achieved what he did. The thing that pushes him over that as well is that drive and determination.
He's a psycho.
Yeah, he's a psychopath.
He's a genuine psychopath.
Yeah, he is, isn't it? Can you imagine being a midfield
I watched
partner?
him try to run kids over outside the cliff.
Mate, he told me and my mates to fuck off once.
Yeah.
And I was
like,
buzzing he did.
David Beckham came out, and every single person that had gone to the cliff got a photograph and something signed, right?
Yeah.
Roy Keane, it might have even been the Range Rover that was in the thingy, actually, because it was like a beigey kind of gold Range Rover.
You're going to take out quite a lot of people with that as well. Like, that's a big car.
He just drove. And I don't think he was hovering anywhere near the brake. People moved. And he didn't come out, he didn't sign a single autograph.
Do you know what? Was it Rory McIlroy when he was on the overlap? So Rory McIlroy said, I met you once in a hotel. And he said, I asked for your autograph and you won't give me. And he said, oh, no, that doesn't sound like me. He said, I came over to you and I went, excuse me, Mr. King, can I have your autograph? And you just said, not today. And he's like, and everyone, like Gary Neville, everyone was laughing, not today, kid. And laughing, and Roy Keane's like, oh, yeah, it might have been me. Yeah, that could have been me then, yeah. Obviously, Rory McIlroy's not making it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just that's that thing, innit?
We were talking about it on the way up. When you listen to some of my favourite Roy Keane stories, I said this, didn't we, on the way back?
Yeah.
There's the Dwight York one, and you can imagine it's sunshine, they're at Littleton Road.
Go on.
Dwight York's got a vest on, he's probably got a chain on, right? And he's just got a big, stupid Dwight York grin.
Yeah,
everything is all right with the world. He's just a record signing for Manchester United.
Don't get better.
Yep. Roy Keane hasn't said hello. He's just belunged a ball at him from 5 feet and then growled at him. Cantona would have controlled that. And you're like, wow. And then I think Jesper Blomqvist mentions it in the 99 doc, where he's like, Roy Keane just drills one at him from no. That was clearly his thing with a new signing. He's drilled one at him and then gone. He's missed it. He's like miscontrolled it, obviously, and he's gone £5 million for that. Like, that's his jam. That's what he does. Is he a bully? Yes. Was he unbelievable though for us?
But you got to sympathise with Roy Keane as well, because now in this day and age, you won't get away with some of the things that went down there as a player or as a manager. Roy Keane was at Forest with Brian Clough, who one-arrowed him at half-time.
Yeah, Roy Keane apologised.
Yeah, and Roy Keane said sorry. Roy Keane gives the ball away in the first half. I think it was at Crystal Palace. They score. He comes in the changing room at half-time, and Brian Clough punches him. And he's like, I deserved it. I apologise. I'd give the ball away. Like, that was the sort of mentality. He signs for United and Fergie, and Fergie's still got that in him, still got that edge, the standards, and then he makes him his captain after Eric. Do you know what I mean? And Eric wasn't the guy that's necessarily running around shouting at his teammates, but he carried himself with that aura, as the kids like to say, where he demands respect. So Roy Keane's taking over from him.
Cantona, all of the captains that we had were standards.
Yeah.
Everyone went home at 11:30. Cantona would grab a bag of balls and David Beckham and would practice crossing and finishing. Yeah. Right? And then the rest of the class of 92 became a thing that they would all do it, and then it ended up that they used to do 2-a-days because they was just like, we'll do the session and then we're going to do a session. Yeah. And why did you end up so good? This is why.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah, reasons like this. And then you have clearly David Beckham had incredible standards. Clearly Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, Gary Neville, all of these players had unbelievable standards, but they all talk about themselves as being like weak-minded, a bit soft when they refer to what Roy Keane was like in terms of the standards that he upheld.
You know what? It made me laugh. There's a bit in the film where there's a meeting and the meeting's a minute late and he says, I'll give it one more minute and I'm going. And do you remember him at Molineux, where it's like the ref was late and he just walks on the pitch and didn't wait for him? Like that. I know it sounds like trivial, but that
Sunderland left two lads at the car park because he just drove off.
Yeah.
Sunderland or Ipswich.
Yeah, because it's like, I remember when I met Chucky once and I got there, meeting him at 11. I got there and he said, you're late. And I was like, it's 11. He was like, if you're on time, you're late. And I was like, right, okay. I mean, he was taking a piss. But it's that thing, innit, of like, just that mentality and that sort of professionalism and, you know, this is Manchester United. And it's a shame because hopefully Carrick will bring it back. But you've lost that and you've lost a lot of those characters and then it just gets eroded. Whereas you had Brian Robson. I remember chatting to Lee Sharp. Lee Sharp was telling us how, like, you know, Brian Robson was the guy who protected the players on the pitch. He said he was playing against, I can't remember what it was. It was a right back who was giving Lee Sharp a load of grief, and Brian Robson swapped places with him. Said, "I'll go left wing," and then just sort of two-footed the right back and was like, "Right, you can go back there now. He won't bother you anymore." Like that kind of thing. Where you had Robbo, then you had Bruce and players like that. Then you had Eric, and then you had Keane. And it just sort of carried on. And Giggs was obviously always there, and Scholes. And it's just that mad high standard. And that's what he expected. And he gets to Saipan, and they ain't got any footballs. Which, you know, you like, can you imagine if you went to training in Paddock and you didn't like the coaches or whatever, you might bring himself, hadn't brought any balls, you'd be like, what are you doing? And like, imagine going to a World Cup preparing for that.
With no balls.
With no balls. Like, we'll just do running. It's like that's literally a sketch off Mike Bassett, England manager. Do you remember? Where they go there and he's left the balls in his
Roy Keane's just won 3 in a row and just lost that summer to Arsenal.
Yeah,
right?
that's another thing.
So that's in his head, probably.
I think they didn't really explain a lot of that, did they? And I think they should have, because me and you obviously know it, and I think a lot of United fans who watch it will go, well, this is the season where we went from 3 in a row to losing against Arsenal. That's not the one at Old Trafford, is it? The Wiltord.
That was 98, I think.
Was it? I thought it was 2000.
See, Arsenal fans go on about that. We won it in your backyard. We don't even remember.
I know, I can't remember what year it was. Get involved with chat in the comments. Anyway, so there's that. Also, they sort of made it look like that injury at Ellen Road was the injury just before the World Cup, didn't they?
Yeah, that was weird.
Because they made his knee and he's
like 5 years.
Yeah, and I thought, well, that's not that. That was 98.
No. But Roy Keane in 2002, we spoke about this as well on the way back. Roy Keane got mad obsessive, and I think Gary Neville mentioned it, didn't he, in his book, where he says after 99, Keane kind of turned it up a notch because he missed the final.
Yeah, sorry. I know what you mean. 98 was the Overmars one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I meant the Wiltord one. You know, where they were celebrating, doing the leapfrogging over each other on the touchline.
Oh, no.
No, I think that was... Sorry, go on. Sorry.
So, Gary Neville says Roy Keane turned it up a notch after 99. And for me, 99, 2000, 2001, I always say Roy Keane was untouchable as a footballer. Yeah. That's the one, but I just always remember, like, the celebrations where he just used to put his arms down and stand at the touchline after scoring. He was box to box.
Yeah,
he was everywhere. He got really lean, and he was an absolute... I've never seen anything like Roy Keane. For post 99, 2000, 2001, when we won that 3 in a row, Roy Keane in those seasons was an absolute... I've never seen anything like it. It was Ronaldo levels in 08.
Yeah.
Like, obviously Ronaldo had the goal scoring, but the performance level... There's only a couple of times I've seen that level of performance, and it was Beckham in 98, 99, Roy Keane for a few years after that, and then Ronaldo for the last 2 seasons that we had him, where I've just been like, it doesn't matter what the opposition do. We've got such a big advantage on the pitch for us here.
Yeah, massively, and it reverberates throughout the entire team. You know, I love just reminding me of that, of the I think it's at the Class of '92 documentary where Phil Neville's talking about stepovers, and he's saying I practiced my stepovers for ages, for like months, and he said I was playing at home against someone, and he said and I've done a double step over, and then crossed it, and then he said about 10 minutes later I've done another step over. And then the crowd were all going mad. He said Roy Keane's ran over and said, stop fucking about. I remember as well. Do you remember when Forlan was going through that run where he hadn't scored for like 20 games? And he eventually broke his duck with a penalty. It was I think it was in Europe. We were 3-0 up, and we get a penalty in like last minute. So Rude lets him have it, and he scores, and he's finally scored. But about a month before then, we were 2-0 up. Similar thing. I think it was in Europe again. 2-0 up, and we get a penalty with like half an hour to go. And Diego Forlan picks up the ball to go and take it, and he's been here for a while. He hasn't scored. This is like his 20th game or whatever. And the crowd are like, and I remember Roy Keane runs over to him, grabs the ball off him, and goes and gives it to Ruud van Nistelrooy. I was just like, fucking, it's not a charity game. I'm like, you know what I mean? There's still half an hour left of the game. Like, Ruud very rarely misses. Like, he's taking it. I just think that fucking, like you said, just a bit of a psycho, but that's what you need. That's what you want. That's the sort of guy that...
It's the fact that the clear and obvious standards that some of the legends that we've had at the club, and they all go, yeah, but fucking Roy.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have loved to have just been close enough, like, on the touchline to watch and observe and listen, and just to hear some of the ways like he speaks to him. Like Rio always talks about his first training session. I think everyone's got a first day with Roy.
I love this
conversation.
This is one of my favourite stories.
So they're playing an 11 aside in training. It goes from the centre circle back to Rio, and Rio was like, I can play a bit. Yeah,
I think it's safe to say he was all right.
Yeah, he was all right. Yeah, and he goes, Gary Neville's 45 degrees off to my right. I pass it Gary Neville. Roy Keane stops the training session. He's like, what are you fucking doing? And he goes, I did not know how to answer. I was like...
yeah.
Like, what?
Well, eh?
He's like, you play for Manchester fucking United and I pass the ball forward. And you're like, whoa. I think everyone has got day one with Roy Keane.
Yeah. Well, that's like... Obviously, Fergie knew that and liked it. Fergie wanted him to do that. Do you know what I mean?
What an advantage having... that level of... I bet Fergie just grinned whenever he did that. Because I bet training got stopped all the time.
Yeah, can you imagine? Like, stop, what do you think you're doing? And you're like, what? What do you mean? I've just scored. Like, no. Do you know what I mean? Loads of people in the comments, loads of people talking about your video as well. If you've not seen it, go and check out Steve's United DNA video. Very, very good video. I watched it earlier this afternoon myself. Shawnee Roberts says, imagine where Cristiano had been had he not played with Keane. Would he still have had that insane drive? Who knows? Some must have rubbed off on him and his natural talents. Yeah, because they spent a season together, didn't they? Was it 2 seasons together, I think? So when did Keane leave? Keane
halfway through 05.
So
yeah, season.
Yeah, season and a bit together. So yeah, you can imagine that. I think there was a lot of influences on, and also Ronaldo's in a similar way to Keane, just got that mentality.
He's a psychopath. Like, he's a different sort of psychopath, but he's absolutely.
Is he still on strike? I don't know. Let us know in the chat. What made me laugh as well, someone's pointed out this, 2 pints and a pasty says, love the footage from the tunnel when he led the whole team out early. Officials papped it. Every player only cared about backing up the captain. What I liked about today as well, the film, Saipan, was they mixed the footage with obviously the film itself. And there's bits where there's like little crossovers and stuff, but it worked quite well.
They didn't try and like recreate any matches because it'd have been shit. The only bits of football training that are in there, they're not wank.
No,
they're not like Harchester Rovers in it up.
Yeah, and I like the fact that like they'd obviously, especially your man who played Roy Keane, had made sure his legs look like footballers' legs. That always winds me up that. You know, when you see actors playing football, and you think you just don't look like football.
He's still a bit lean.
Yeah.
Roy Keane had a bit. He was very lean, Roy Keane, at the time, but yeah, he had a bit more meat on him.
Yeah, but he could pass for a footballer. Where sometimes you watch these films and you just think that's not a football. It's obvious. Rob Clark, 1985, says Steve's granddad made me tear up a bit. Yeah, that's in the on the video I just mentioned. Groucho says Steve's channel is really up in its game. Some really, really good videos lately. You know, lately, obviously not before. It's terrible, but now it's actually quite good. What do you make? Because Steve makes this point. Do you think do you buy into this whole that ex-player thing can be a bit of a hindrance now? Because there's this big debate on it, isn't there? When you have likes of Keane and Neville, and I don't know, Rio gets more credit for being positive, and I think Rio's more of a friend to the modern day player, if that makes sense, than some of the older United lot. Rio seems to, you've obviously done a lot of content with him and stuff, but he speaks to them. He's a bit more engaged on socials. He's a bit more sort of like, that mentality that they've got. Whereas you look at Keane, you look at Scholes, you look at Neville, you look at Butt, basically the whole class of 92, other than maybe Beckham. There's this criticism of that they've got that high standards and that mentality, and sometimes it can be a little bit OTT. Where do you stand on that? because I get it. I get why they think like that in their head. It's like, this is Manchester United, the club I played for. These are the standards that I had to aspire to, and now we're not at that. But then does it need to be a little bit more self-aware that they haven't got a Sir Alex Ferguson, they haven't got an Eric Cantona, some of these younger players?
There's a lot of nuance to it. This is not a simple answer. I think Gary Neville is doing his absolute utmost to turn every United fan off him at the moment, and I don't know why. He massively downplays his own career, and in doing so massively downplays a lot of the achievements of what we achieved as a club in his time. Really, really hams it down. It's bizarre. And I get that he's trying to do it to pander to a little bit of a neutral, but he's gone too far with it now. He's gone beyond neutral, and he's like, you listen to him talking about City, Arsenal and Liverpool, and then listen to him talk about United, and you wonder which of those three he used to play for.
I agree. It's so odd, and it's kind of infuriating. And I tell you what, I ain't buying it. I ain't. I don't think he respects it. I don't. I think if he was being honest, and you had him in a room and there was no cameras and it's just you and him chatting and you his mate, he'd say, no, I don't fucking respect him. Of course I don't. He's brought the way to success and cheated. But he don't want to say that publicly because he'll lose his job at Sky and all the rest of it.
I don't think he needs that job at Sky either.
Probably not. He's got more property here than bloody Peel Holdings.
I think Roy Keane's just angry at United because of Fergie. And, I don't ever see that getting resolved. I think Scholes and Butt on their podcast are just a bit grumpy, but in a very northern sort of Mancunian kind of way. I think there is a balance that they we only ever see them critical, and people are like, well, we haven't won a league in 12 years. What have we got to be happy about? We just beat City, we just beat Arsenal. We're on a good run at the moment.
Yeah.
Can we not have a bit?
Yeah.
Well, it's not just be a bit giddy.
Yeah.
What's the harm in being a bit giddy? Yeah. Tell me what you liked about it. Rather than I'm seeing you pull players to pieces about the things that they do wrong. Well, they're not doing everything wrong at all times. Give me something that they've done that you go, do you know what? I like that.
Steve, on that topic, is you've got someone like Jamie Carragher, who obviously played for Liverpool, was an Evertonian, but played for Liverpool, now is a massive Liverpool fan. And he'll do his analysis and you think, actually, that's decent. He's gone through the game, he showed you what United did right and why they won. Why did we beat City 2-0? Here's how it happened. Here's what United did. Why did they beat Arsenal 3-2? Here's what changes Michael Carrick has made. Here's the subs he made and why they worked. And actually, I enjoy watching it. I think that's good, and it's good for a layman like me who's not, into all my tactical stuff like you are. And it's like, yeah, he's explained it really well and it's easy to understand. And he's been not kind, because I don't think he needs to be kind. He's been honest. He's gone, look, this player's played really well. This player, I'm not just mean Dorgu's finish was great. Any idiot can see that. But actually noticing
stuff
things.
Like, Gary Neville, like Macca said the other day when he was like, Sesko needed that. Why? Because you think he's been shit. Because all United fans think actually he's been fucking really good.
Yeah.
The run that he makes for Cunha to score against Arsenal doesn't happen if he doesn't make that run, because he confuses the centre half and he drags people over to one side. That creates the space for Cunha. Not everything is as binary as, well, did he score? Doesn't matter. He helped make that goal without touching it. And I'd love to see Paul Scholes do something like that. I'd love to see one of them put their hand up and say, do you know what? I could help him on the pitch. Give me a shout.
Yeah.
Even if he said it just for the PR. Do you know what I mean? But say something like that. Do you know what? If Kobe wants me, if Paul Scholes on his podcast this week went, do you know what? I see Kobe trying to add a switch. I could probably teach him. I could probably improve that for him. Yeah. Kobe, give me a shout.
Yeah.
I'll come put my boots on, and I'll do half an hour with you.
Yeah.
Do you think Kobe Mary says no?
Even if he didn't believe it would help him, I think he'd still say, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Even if it was just purely a PR move, and he maybe his people or himself, he thought, do you know what? I'm getting good coaching. I know what I'm doing, but at least for the optics of it looks good, and people are going to be on board with it. Like, you've reached out to you, or United Legends reached out to you, and you've accepted that invitation.
You've heard that. I don't know who reached out to who with this, but Berbatov's been working with Sesko.
I didn't know that.
Or
really?
Speaking to Sesko.
Right. Okay. Sometimes even that, those days, just chatting. Berbatov was a massive money signing for United, who people doubted early doors. There was a few and especially when you looked at it and it was like, well, we had Tevez, Rooney and Ronaldo. Now we've thrown this lad into the mix who's isn't the high energy sort of energetic battling type of striker that Rooney or Tevez are, and isn't as quick as Ronaldo. Are we upsetting the apple cart? And he, what was it, a year later or whatever,
do you know, Cheeto's been working with Papi Cisse.
Really? What the fuck? Mate, what's going on? I didn't know that.
There's other stuff going on there as well.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
I mean, all right, fair enough. I mean,
So,
I know that Hopper works with a lot of players as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's worked with a lot of first team players.
There's a lot of people going to Seedorf at the moment. That dog who works with. I'm not going to say who on air until if they ever put any content out, they might not. But you'd be surprised at how many are working with them.
Here's a history quiz for you.
Oh.
Jacoya Trott has been a member of the Academy for 56 months. Says United history quiz. Which players' 39th and 46th goals were pivotal to the legacy of Manchester United's history? Extra credit if you can guess the games. I've got a theory on this, but I might be wrong.
What an absolute stab in the dark of a question that is.
Yeah,
I don't think Forlan, because I don't think he actually scored that many.
I'm thinking, right, and
I might the answer in front of you.
No, I haven't. No, honestly, and I think I might be wrong with this as well, but I'm going to guess because I'm just thinking the '99 season, and I'm thinking was Ollie's goal against the Scousers, was that his 39th goal, and was his goal in the new camp his 46th?
That might add up because that was 3 years in.
Yeah. That could, because I was thinking, could it be Teddy, and then no, because he wouldn't have scored his 39th and his 46th.
The Scouts is an interesting one, so that starts the run.
Yeah, that's the FA Cup third round, isn't
it? Yeah.
So
that would be a very interesting one. So yeah, 7 goals between them.
That could, because he didn't. He scored 4.
Game,
that's what I mean.
In between that.
So has he scored?
But he barely played.
Has he scored more?
Barely played that.
Jacoya Trott, let us know.
I would stab at Ollie.
Yeah, we've got it. Jacoya Trott says Jay got it. Yeah, I thought because the pivotal, it's obviously.
Did we get the games right?
Is it Scousers in the third round of the FA Cup and obviously Bayern Munich in the new camp? Let us know.
Bruce versus Sheffield Wednesday was 2 next to each other.
I'm glad in your video you mentioned that as well, because I still get a bit.
So I wasn't there for it. I reckon I was by a cricket ground or something. Cheers, Dad.
Yeah, I got in for that last 10 minutes.
Might forgive you one day.
No, because I always think that Bruce as a person, as a player,
poster on the way home. So he used to sell posters. Like, I haven't actually seen a poster for sale at Old Trafford for a while.
They don't do it anymore.
It rains a lot. They used to put posters on the floor on the road on the way down. You could buy a poster. I remember buying a big old poster while the road was still quiet because everyone was watching a fucking game as we've left at 1-0, probably about the 85th minute. Cheers, Dad.
I think our paths could have crossed. I could have been entering the stadium, the ground, with me and my little jibby mates who couldn't get in.
Mate, there was so many.
Yeah, because
them gates open and it was like go.
Yeah, that's what we like. We were trying to get in, and then it was like, oh, we couldn't get in, and we used to have all these like daft little scoundrels try and either jib in or try and raise £4 for the scoreboard Paddock, as it was at the time, for a junior ticket. And in the end, we gave up, waited, got in, and genuinely probably my favourite game I've been to at Old Trafford, or favourite 10 minutes. Santa says, Ollie versus Liverpool still makes me smile, still does with me. Ads XX says, imagine the heads falling off with media if Bruno breaks the 20 assist record. Loads of people just give it when. Loads of people talking about Steve Bruce as well. It's good to see him getting a lot of praise too, because I think as well, like you're talking about Gary Neville, and I always wonder as well with the sort of the media and the access and the fact they've got these channels where they want to talk to some players, like he's just done something with Van Dijk, hasn't he? Does that come into your thinking? Do you think that affects you?
Because Rio talks to.
Yeah, but Rio's that guy anyway. Rio's in
a mad way. Obviously, like I've been close enough to observe him. He is such like a social connector.
Yeah.
Like that, I think that's just genuinely his personality.
Yeah, and I think I've noticed as well. More recently, a lot of people have been like, look at the way Rio is with the players. He's giddy, in Rio. Like he's like, this has been whatever.
He's a little bit harsher off.
Right, okay. I think I've seen a little bit of this. Yeah, to be fair, because when it comes to England, I've noticed that. But he's very sort of, he gets excited, and I like that, because I'm a fan, and that's what I'm like when I see us beating City at home comfortably, and it should have been 4 or 5. He does all that when you win at the Emirates 3-2. I don't want to hear like, yeah, but you know, you got to be careful conceding goals like that. We just won at the Emirates. Like, what we doing?
Couldn't care less.
Yeah, what we doing here? And yeah, the Fulham game was probably our worst performance under Michael Carrick, if we're going to be harsh. But we still won, and that was a game we wouldn't have won. And it's a weird one, innit, with United. I want to ask you a broader question about sport and football films, because they're very, very shit, aren't they? Football films in general.
Yeah.
Like, there's no point in pretending. Like, football films are usually the worst genre of films.
Yeah, the hooligan ones are a cringe fest.
No, why did you say that? No, I'd almost forgotten about them as a subsection of football films. Yeah. But I fucking hate Green Street. Like, why did you take a baby to a fight at the end? What the fuck is going on there?
What's the baby, Jay?
Honestly.
Football factory and all that lot.
Yeah, it's all just a bunch of fake cockneys running around fucking not hitting each other. It's ridiculous. Which is why Saipan was good, because it's a football film that's actually decent. Yeah. There's not many good football films.
Goal's probably one of the better ones, which is mad.
Goal. Is this the guy that's from...
Have you not seen Goal?
I might have.
It's like the life story of Chicharito.
Is he like, he's from Mexico or South America and he comes to United?
Like, basically Chicharito, mate, yeah.
Get involved in the chat in the comments, right? Let us know about the worst football films you've seen. I don't want to hear about good ones, because we've, you know...
Can't see who that comment is, because it's in green. I think it's something huggy. Bend It Like Beckham, not seen it.
Bend It Like Beckham. Bend It Like Beckham is technically not really a football film. It's like a coming-of-age film. But
Damn United's good.
Damn United's good. Bend It Like Beckham, though, I still think that goalkeeper took a bribe at the end. Have you seen that, Harry?
Mike Bassett's good only because it's purposely shit.
Yeah. So that makes sense, and it's funny, and it's like taking the piss out of some of the things that were coming into the game at that time as well. Like, we were beginning to get some of these things like that were happening in that film in the game, so that's good. But I want to know shit ones.
Steve-O says goalie's gash. How dare you?
Jimmy Grimble, class 2.
Santiago Muniz. Goal 2 as well.
I love the fact there was a sequel. Zim
Madrid
says the keeper. Really? The keeper at the end of Bend It Like Beckham was crooked. Yeah, it was crooked. Yep.
Anna Friel's in the first one.
In goal?
Yeah.
That's peak 90s, that, isn't it? Yeah. That's proper. Is it Beth Jordash from Brookside? Yeah.
By the way, who's old enough to remember Brookside?
Brookside, Jimmy Corkill, eh? He was in it when he weren't fucking Ricky Tomlinson in Brookside. Am I making that up? Because he's just scouse. I don't know. I didn't really watch it, because why would I when you've got Corrie? Or, well, none of them. But yeah, Brookie. Airbud World Pup says Punctual Wizard. That's real, that, isn't it? That's a thing.
What words are you even saying? Meme Machine.
Have you seen Meme Machine?
Of course I've seen Meme Machine.
Don't tell me like that.
Only in the like, it's entertaining. It ain't good.
No, right.
But like,
I get
things
that.
that are entertaining.
Yeah,
shit.
it's that definitely in the category of so.
Because you know what? That's what Con Air is.
Yeah, Con Air's just like ridiculous nonsense, but entertaining. Yeah. Here's one for you. Oh, go on, right, Steve. No. We're playing this free kick, yeah, from Bend It Like Beckham.
For starters, that wall's a disgrace.
Right, so Steve, go on, do the commentary.
Right, we've got a bit of a melee here. That's a yellow card for starters. Everyone's wearing different coaching kit on the sideline. Not a fan of that, but all right. It's right. If anything, so we're about a yard out of the left-hand side of the D for a free kick. Well, she's put the ball down nowhere near where the free kick was. She put it right in the corner of the D. Is the ref going to move it? No, he's doing his walk from there. Okay, nice one. So, right, we all know where this line should be. And by the way, why are they standing on the edge of the box if the free kick's on the edge of the box?
Shut up, Steve.
Right? This is like 20 yards away from where the incident took place, man. Right, now they've all changed into Asian dress. I don't know where that came from.
This element of it is a dream part of it, obviously.
Is it? Are you sure?
It's a grey area.
What ground's this at? Looks like Ashton United.
It's the Etihad.
Okay. We're getting moved on for hurrying up this free kick or what? How long is this freaking?
Right. It's all right.
Yeah, there's a lot of jostling going on the wall. For starters, that's a yellow card.
I want to see.
And there we go. She's took the... We can literally see the line behind them, that they're on the edge of the box. And by the way, why is this... The keeper's positioning is horrendous, by the way.
What's the save state?
No! Right, yeah, listen. Ref, we need to investigate this. Jesus Christ. None of this makes sense. None of this makes any level of sense whatsoever. Get the comments back on, man. We've got to get away from this. Jesus. Escape to Victory is good. Sean Bean, when Saturday comes, that's not a bad one.
Don't he play against United in that?
I remember them filming it at Old Trafford.
Right.
They said something like, right, at half-time there's going to be a film happening, and I think I was in Stretford End and it was at East End, if my memory serves.
Ah, right, okay. Good stuff. I remember they used to film certain things at Old Trafford. I don't remember them filming that in particular, but they might have done. Peter Kelly had a serious question that we've sort of gone past. I'll read it out. Lad's serious question, I told you. Why did the club take down the 91 Cup Winners' Cup doc with Mitten, ruin the perfect 90s doc watch with it, The Last Dance and 99? I don't know.
Probably for the reference to drugs in it, because there's loads.
Ah,
have you not seen it?
Yeah, I have. It was mint. Ah, right. So they probably thought, actually, yeah, let's not talk about how many years where everyone was on. What's Mike Keegan 07 saying? Just off the back of my ACL op, your vids have been helping me a lot to get through the pain. So nice one, fellas. Up the fucking Reds, 3-0 United at the weekend. Also, someone saying Shaolin Soccer. I've not seen that. Some of these, do you know what's good? The football scene in Kes, that's really good. But the film itself isn't. Have you seen that?
I think it's a good film.
It is a good film.
Someone says, my bird got fined 50 quid for feeding the pigeons in Piccadilly. Is that normal? Great tourism tactic. Listen, mate.
I think that could be a thing, you know.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Why is she giving a name?
Oh, yeah.
Can I have your name so I can find you? Yeah. Mike Michelson.
Yeah. Oh, you again.
Where'd you live? 1 Manchester Street, Manchester. M1. Basics, mate. Who's giving your real name and address?
Did they check though with me? I remember when I.
They might be able to now. They might have like a PNC
check,
sort of
and if it came back known and not wanted, you're all right. If it came back not known, they wouldn't believe you. So I used to have a little alias that I used.
Someone used mine while I was in Afghanistan.
Really?
I got a fine for the Metrolink. One of my mates had used my name and address. Cheers, lads.
No, that's clever though. That is very clever because it's obviously not you, because you can prove you're in Afghanistan if you can be asked. So that is a good one to use because it's like, well, I was fucking in Afghanistan. It's not me, is it? Someone's used my fucking name. And it's
Mad
like,
that though, isn't it? Because it's like a Warner in it, or it was. I don't know what it is
I think it is. Also, that's obviously someone who's good mates because they know your name, date of birth, and your address. So it's someone close enough to know all those things. Which I think that's a good look. Hit the like button, please, people. Does his bird speak pidgin English? Very good. Shaolin Soccer is basically martial art and football and batshit crazy moves from the players. And that Asian over-the-top touch to movies. Very fun movie. Sly Stallone in goal was better than Onana, says
Sly Stallone in goal.
Grabs. In Escape to Victory. Those goals counted as well, didn't they?
Pele counted them.
Pele counts them. That's part of his...
Pele counts goals.
If they make an Escape to Victory too, and Ronaldo's in it, he'll count them as well. That'll be part of his...
he's like 40 off 1,000 goals.
Yeah, and he got on strike. The fucking oddball.
Wait, come on, play Cheshire League. I need a striker.
Right.
No, it says it just popped up on the Athletic. Al Nassr saga continues. Missed a second consecutive game. Come on, loaned out of Paddock. Go on.
Mate, do you know what, right?
We'll see how many we can fit in Hyde.
Well, didn't Kaka play for like a 5-a-side team or something?
Yeah, but it's one of these. It's like when R9, it's like Specsavers organised it. Like Roberto Carlos shows up for a Sunday league team and stuff like that. I mean, he's probably been weighed in like 25 grand to turn up for that
10 minutes, for
that Sunday league team. Yeah, and come off the bench.
Right. Okay. Well, you never know. Like, there's stranger things happen. Maybe one day Cristiano Ronaldo can play for Paddock.
Danny Simpson owes me a game.
Premier League winner. He's not that old, Danny, is he?
No.
He looks pretty fit when he's.
He's on camera saying, "I keep saying I will, so I will." But he hasn't yet.
Right.
He can't play.
I want you to get a few of them at the same time.
I just need to go and convince them all to not be playing for Wivy Vets and just come play for Paddock. Like Antonio Valencia's just signed for him.
Has he? Oh, mate. I bet he's still a handful. I bet he is. I bet he's still...
He's a big old boy now, you know.
Oh, is it?
Looks like he's got into the barbecue since he finished.
I'm not surprised. He looked like one of those that would happen with. Once he stopped going to the gym. He was. But you imagine, like, if you don't go to the gym, because he obviously went to the gym a lot, then you're going to put on a bit of timber.
Footballers' wives. Do you reckon they could make footballers' wives now?
No. Very un-PC on it. And also,
there's so much in the 90s. That
and
was just
also,
like,
I think the clubs would be like, some of this is a bit close to the bonus. Do we really need
are
to
you
be...
saying that footballers all cheat on their misses? Wow, what next?
Hey, shocking, scandalous revelations. Have you got a game this weekend?
Yeah, we're playing women's show tomorrow.
Oh, mate. Oh, is it going to kick off?
I don't believe it'll be with like Antonio Valencia, Danny Drinkwater, etc. playing for them.
Right.
It'll be on YouTube, 2:00 kickoff. If you catch the tail end after United.
Yeah, I was going to say United are 12:30, so you can catch the second half of that after you've watched the reviews and all that shit from the game.
A lot of people saying get Brandon Williams. Yeah, to be fair, I might reach out, but I don't know.
What's he doing, Brandon, in a minute?
I think he's just been released from Hull.
Oh, has it?
Might speak to Dino and see what he's doing. Because Dean Oldham's at Hull at the moment, so might see where he's at.
Top man. It is a shame with Brandon Williams. It's just really sad, isn't it? Because I know people will give him stick because of the whole, things that went on and all the rest of it. But this was a guy who 8 teams playing for Manchester United's first
and
team.
fucking good.
And very good. Kept Luke Shaw out of the team for a while as well, and then just went through some things. And it was good when he was on More Than a Match with Damani and Oppa. He was talking about how Damani reached out to him and just got him playing football again, like just come have a kick about with us kind of thing, and that helped get him sort of out of some of the stuff he was suffering with.
I might reach out and just say, look, come train, don't play, because I think that'll probably get too much attention. Yeah. But I think just he can still make it. I mean, he's just been released from a whole championship. Yeah. So like, being released from the championship doesn't mean you go Cheshire League next.
Especially not when you're 25 or whatever it is.
There's places for him to go play football, but he's going to need to play football. So I might reach out and see if he wants to just come and train.
You can have his back higher. Mood Razik says, Jay, you seem to have gotten a bit sour when it comes to Cristiano. Why is that? Do you know what? I'm actually not. I don't mind Cristiano. I didn't like the thing he did with Piers Morgan, but I can get over it. It's not that deep. I don't mind it. I just think it's all a bit pantomime really with him at the minute. Has been for years. Mr. Hoss says, lads, my dog passed away last week and I'm struggling massively. Thank you so much for all the videos. It keeps me going in difficult times. So sorry to hear that. They are part of the family's dogs.
Oh, mate, yeah. I mean, I am on the last lap with Diesel.
I was going to say, it's the
he's
final furlong, isn't it?
I don't know how long we've got left with him. And I don't know if I'm almost preempting, trying to figure out, like, I actually need to get a plan in place for if we just... It's mad, innit? Because you're like, at the moment, he's soiling the house daily.
Really?
And now he's started throwing up and that as well. But the thing is, he's still himself. Like, he's still giddy. He gets tired quick, but he's still, like, very bubbly, eating still. And you're thinking, like, he's not ill. He's just old. Like, these symptoms that we've got with him, they're, like, manageable. And just because he's fucking pissing all over the floor, I'm not going to kill him for it. You know what I mean? Like, because this is what we're doing, isn't it? Like, when people go, when you put him to sleep, I'm fucking killing him, right? Yeah. And I don't want to do that because he's been with me for 17 fucking years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can't imagine, bro, because 17 years is such a long time. And he has led Diesel as well whenever you brought him in.
Yeah, he's got lumps and
sad,
growths all over him and that.
Because it's like seeing
17 years for a staffy it's not unheard of, but it's fucking longer.
That is almost as long as it gets in it. So what a legend. You're going to be you're at Paddock, aren't you? Mm-hmm. But we'll hear from you maybe next week, early next week or Sunday.
It might be Sunday or something.
Yeah, we'll do something Sunday with you. After you've watched the game, after you've battered Within Short. Go and check out Steve's vid, United DNA. On his Stephen Howson channel. Well worth a watch. Make sure you're checking out Stretford Paddock as well, Stretford Paddock FC, and this channel too. Make sure, if you're not doing so already, you want to be part of the pre-match build-up to watch along, send your score predictions to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. That's been Stephen Howson. I'm Jay Moy. This has been The Brew. Thanks for watching.